In that space of time when you're being robbed by 7 armed robbers, and then one of them decides that they want to sleep with you, everything in your body shuts down. The vagina tightens up. If you're not ready in that circumstances, nothing will be pleasurable. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence, aka Juicy Jane. I come with a lot of juice. Now today, I've got something really interesting to talk about. It's a story time. So if you do love story time, then you need to stick on right here, because what I have to tell you is quite mesmerizing. Because when I read about that story, I couldn't just place my hands on it. And I just decided this is the right place to bring it on and see how your mind works with regards to the story. So sit tight, grab a cup of coffee, and let's get right into it. Be right back. Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying tuned. On today's episode, I will be telling you a story of a woman who is so upset, so disgruntled over the fact that her husband is filing a divorce paper. Why? Because she got raped by an armed robber. And so when I went through the story, I was like, what the? Yes, of course, you might be wondering, why would a man be so insensitive to a plight of a woman who just got raped by filing a divorce paper? Why would any man in his right thinking faculty do such a thing? Now, she goes by the name Glory. I'm just going to use that for the sake of privacy. According to Glory, she says that she married her husband as a virgin. She's never been with anyone, never cheated, doesn't know what sex is with another man, because she's never done anything aside being with her husband. She has 2 kids with her husband, and so all through her marriage, 8 years marriage with this man, she's never known what orgasm feels like. So that fateful day, robbers came, and that changed everything. That changed the course of a marriage. Now we're getting there. The crux of the matter, one of the reasons why the husband is filing for a divorce, is because she just did not pretend. She just did not feel an iota of pain, unease, disgust during the process when she got raped by the leader of the gang. But she enjoyed it. She moaned in utmost pleasure during the process. And then to top it all up, she reached her climax. She reached her climax. And this didn't just happen once, it happened twice in front of her husband. He was tied to a chair. So I'm going to read the story for you. It says, I was raped in front of my husband and he wants a divorce because I enjoyed it. My name is Glory. I'm a banker in my early 30s and going through a messy divorce. I married my husband as a virgin, and I've never been with any man but him until I was raped. I don't know anything about orgasm, climax, because I've never experienced it in 8 years of marriage with a miserable sex life. I have 2 children from my marriage. It happened when we traveled to my husband's village during the Easter period. At about 1 a.m. in the night, our house was raided by armed robbers. A gang of 7 members. That's quite scary. It was a very terrifying experience. After collecting all the valuables at home, the leader turned to rape me. The leader tied my husband to a chair, tore my clothes, and went on to show me his manhood. That he was going to use it on me. I was frightened, I begged, and I cried, but he wouldn't listen. It was a rape that cost me my marriage. As the guy was entering me, I was supposed to feel pain, but that wasn't the case. So I felt a kind of electrifying sensation that I have never felt before in my whole life. I screamed, oh my God. I don't know when I held him hard and begged him not to stop. and the husband was right there. To the amazement of others, I was enjoying being raped by a criminal. I was told I was screaming very hard when I wanted to come. Yes, I had my first orgasm through such an ordeal, and since then my life hasn't been the same. The robber took me 2 rounds and I came both times. I don't know if it was my village people that pursued me, but all I can say is that I haven't had such with my husband. My husband gave me the beating of my life after the robbers left. He called me unprintable names, a prostitute, and said he can't stay married to me. I was hospitalized for 2 weeks as a result of the incident and beatings. My husband left me at the hospital and traveled to our home. I was damaged. How could such a thing happen to me? How could I even enjoy such an act of cruelty on my body? These were the questions I kept asking myself when I got discharged. I met a divorce paper waiting for me to sign. I tried begging my husband, involved my parents, but he swore never to let go. Now that's crazy. That's utterly crazy. As crazy as it sounds and so unreal as it sounds, I could understand perfectly where the man is coming from. Because I tell you, a typical African man prides himself in the fact that his wife is faithful. His wife has never slept with any other man aside him all through her marital life with him. Anywhere around the world, no man would like to see his wife being drilled by another man. It's pretty much even difficult when after the rape, after all said and done, she was upset, angry, disgruntled about it, never enjoyed it, just as this case, and life for them becomes different, totally different, because that image, that picture, that image is ingrained in his mind, will be ingrained in his mind till he gets to his grave. And you know, that's one of the reasons why men cannot come to terms with the fact that their wives cheated on them. A woman can forgive, but it's harder for her husband to forgive a wife when she's caught. Not to think of the fact that this man was incapacitated, tied to a chair, and saw you being devoured, saw you being defiled by another man who came to steal, probably kill, but yet you enjoyed it. Twice, not once, twice. That's crazy. You climaxed, you mourned, you begged him to continue. No. This is something that I cannot believe, because number one, in that space of time when you're being robbed by 7 armed robbers, and then one of them decides that they want to sleep with you, everything in your body shuts down. You shut down everything, the vagina tightens up. If you're not ready in that circumstance, nothing will be pleasurable. And that's why I find it very difficult to believe this happened. I'm sorry, but I have to be true to myself, because I understand the workings of a woman's body. If she is in trouble, if your senses tell you that this situation is very uncomfortable, no. You will not be able to produce fluid, and that automatically will be painful, especially when he's drilling inside of you. So that's why I feel like there is something fishy around here. Like, I don't understand and believe the story, but I would take it this way. I would accept it. Maybe it's possible for people to go through that, or maybe there are some people who enjoy forceful sex. You never can tell, because you know, you've never really experienced anything other than what your husband has given to you, and you said you've never had an orgasm. I could want to believe that, but my true senses tells me that when a woman is in a state that is very uncomfortable, her body shuts down. It's pretty much difficult for her to produce any fluid, and once there is no fluid, sex will be painful. But then I might be wrong. So coming back to, you know, how insensitive could a man be? No, he wasn't insensitive. Any man will do that. Any man will be upset. Nothing hurts a man's ego other than the fact that he has seen his wife being penetrated by another man. There is almost no man on earth that would take that lightly. And they will go the extra mile through the ends of the earth to revenge their damaged ego. So that's what he's doing. His ego has been damaged. Not so much as to the fact that she got raped, but the fact that she enjoyed it, not once but twice, moaned, begged for more. You bruised his ego. So in such cases, it doesn't even matter if she was raped, whether she enjoyed it or whether she did not enjoy it. It changes a man forever. It changes him forever. Do you understand what I mean? It breaks him to think that you enjoyed it. It's not your fault that you enjoyed it if you actually did, because you've never felt that before. It will only take a man who's got a really mature mind and also has a heart to forgive, to forget or to forgive you and move past that. But trust me, it's never move. You can never move past that. It's a different ball game if it was done out of sight. He never saw it. You guys did it in another room. He would never know. He would never decipher that you enjoyed it. You might just come out pretending that you never enjoyed any part of it. You cry and all of that stuff. But still yet, it will break a man. No man wants to leave with the thought or the idea that his wife had been raped by a man and he was not in a position to help to rescue his wife. He's always going to blame himself. Marriage will definitely change. It will never be the same until you guys decide to see a therapist, you know, to sort things out. So this has gone beyond repairs. It has gone beyond repairs. He cannot take that picture of his mind. You've bruised his ego. And it's now up to you to pick the pieces of your life and move on. It will be hard. You would have to see a therapist so that you move past this ordeal. It's a rape case and it should never be taken lightly. Never be taken lightly. Because now I know you have the feeling of guilt. The fact that you enjoyed it. Why did you enjoy it? It's not your fault that you enjoyed it. I need to set it out there. If it did happen, so you've never felt anything like that. And the natural senses will want to see to the end of it, and that's what happened. All right, so guys, if you have any other advice or you think what I'm saying is quite ridiculous and you have something contrary to what I have just said, then go ahead, put it in the box below, in the comments below, and I would have a conversation and see where this leads. Was he right to have taken that step to call off the marriage? Could he have been much more tolerant? And do you think it is possible for a woman in that circumstance to enjoy it in climax? Let me know. I would like to read from you, alright? Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Until next time, do have a great day. Watch my ads every time it comes on, alright?